Hello and welcome to the first part in this series on home warehousing, where you can learn how to cram as much crap as possible into a small family home. Or at least that's what this feels like. This stack of boxes here is basically a load of retro computer hardware I've been collecting for a little while now. First started at least 10 years ago, maybe 12, when I bought an Amiga 500. Pretty much because of a friend. Keep going on about it when we were kids, and over the years I've bought more and more bits, like all my other projects. Keep buying things, putting them on one side, never really getting around to sorting them out. So I thought I'd make an attempt to try and start doing something with this stuff. Especially over this last couple of years I've added to the collection a bit, and I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, people playing games, people restoring old systems, doing mods. So it's something I'm quite interested in, so I thought, well, let's give it a go. So you see at the bottom here there's a couple of large boxes. This is all Amiga stuff. Most of this is actually Amiga stuff. I've got some Sinclair Spectrum stuff there, BBC stuff. I think there's an Acorn A3000 board there that needs looking at. That's suffered the leaky battery, unfortunately. The box down here, there's 3 BBC micros in there. Blame eBay for that. So there's a lot of stuff here to sort of work on, really. A lot of it I'm probably going to get rid of because I've got duplicates. That's what happens when you just spend too much time on eBay. Also over here there's quite a lot of old PC stuff. I've got quite a lot of cases. I've really got no idea why I've ended up with so much of this stuff. Some of this again needs getting rid of, either see if I can find someone that wants it. Some of it's really beyond use, it's a bit too battered to be useful. There's an old 486 tower there. And over here in this cupboard again there's a few more PC cases, and I've got a box here full of Amiga floppy disks and a few original Amiga bits that were mine when I was a kid. Most of it unfortunately I got rid of. And then I've got Spectrum Plus 3 and tapes. Most of my Spectrum stuff I did keep, although the Plus 3 that I've owned for quite a long time now isn't the original one I had when I was a kid. But the tapes are, and I think all the other bits are that I kept. This fairly large set of shelves here was one of my most recent projects that I've done, and I think that's what sort of spurred me on to try and get on with things, because it's enabled me to have a bit more clear space elsewhere, and everything's now stacked up and accessible and a bit more organised. One of the things that I've struggled with doing projects is being able to actually get at the stuff and find things and be organised. And if, like me, you've started too many projects and you've got too much stuff, which I definitely have, it becomes, you get to a point where you can't get on with what you want to do because everything's a mess. So this is an attempt to try and alleviate that a bit. I've got quite a lot of stuff here. There's loads of PC stuff. It's not just retro computer stuff that I'm wanting to work on. I've got a couple of PCs I want to build up, and a couple of servers, and I've bought hardware, and unfortunately it's just sat and done nothing, and a lot of the time that then ends up out of date. So that's just how it goes. And again here, another collection of tower cases and systems. One of my projects has actually been this room, which itself was supposed to be a project room, so a little bit of a dedicated space in the house just to to work on things like the retro computers and do some electronics projects, that kind of thing. Quite a lot of work gone into this, but unfortunately it did take a bit of a nosedive, and I had a few months where nothing really got done in here. I've got some component drawers down here and some more shelves that I'm trying to build up to go on the wall here, because I've got quite a few electronics components and bits I want to look at, and kits as well that I want to have a mess around with. A whiteboard there, a notice board on the door. The desk's actually quite high, it's a standing desk, although I could get a bar stool or something if I wanted to sit at it. There's a bit of storage space underneath, plenty of sockets, and then also quite a lot of shelf space up on the top here. Now clearly that'll show. As you can probably see, I've got a mount up there and I've been trying to experiment with cameras, like a top-down view of the desk, and also lighting. These old Fuji cameras here, I tried experimenting with them, but they weren't really up to scratch, so that's why I've bought the new camera, really to try and have a go at this. So yeah, the next videos I think will be probably going through the boxes of the retro hardware that I've collected, and we'll see what happens from there. It's not really the most exciting video this, but it's just really more a record for myself. I'm not comfortable talking on the camera, as you can probably tell, but what the hell, I'll give it a go. Can always delete it afterwards if I don't like it. Okay, thanks for your time if you've watched this crap till the end. Goodbye.